things I'm always big about is like reducing friction as much as possible. So like with Next Big Sound, like artists don't have to input them. We're already just like scraping. So if we're doing whatever, so if you like already have a blog, like populate this with content. Because right now what I'm thinking is like, if this was Next Big Sound, like I don't know if Next Big Sound could potentially be, you know, a group blog.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, oh fuck, we have 120 subscribers to the RSS feed or something. I don't know. We haven't checked it recently. And like probably every other post gets a comment or two. So it's not like a bubbling active community.
Yeah.
So it's like, to get this as an active community, that would help me because I don't really like doing blog posts. So like hopefully other people
could be submitting stuff.
Cool graphs they find and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But like, I'd want to populate it with all the back posts that I had, so that it's like right
so
now
all your content is there.
Yeah, because right now it just seems like a lot of work because I'm like, all right, well, first I gotta somehow get all the old content here, or maybe just put this as a plugin on. I'd like to just put this as a plugin on the blog I already have.
Yeah.
It's like a WordPress blog. That solves half the problem, and then it's like, well, no one knows that they can submit stuff or what a group blog is, so I'd want to learn more about that side of the equation. And like, how do I turn the people that visit the blog and like the article into participants? Is it just them like, is there something less than writing a comment or submitting a whole post? Can they just like it like on Facebook? Or, you know, I think that could be cool. That's just me. It's like, how can we, because what you really want to do, or it seems, is up engagement with the blog and us as a thought leader and get people responding and trusting and engaged and kind of evangelizing for Next Big Sound. You know, check out my post that is now on Next Big Sound's blog, or this cool graph. So any ways to do that, ideas to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of talking.
No, I like that. I mean, just to answer some of your questions, yeah, if you have a blog already, you can import it in here, and so all the content will appear. But it sounds like you think that might be something to...
Where do I do that?
If you go to your profile, you can do it in the back end. As a admin, you can import any blog, but if you have your own, you can just rope it in.
Does it work?
Mm-hmm. Totally. So, like, what was the RSS feed you gave it? Did you just give it Next Big Sound /blog?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's a bug because we should have grabbed it, but I think because you didn't do an RSS feed, that's our, and we didn't give you a message that it didn't work.
Because I would even like, this is probably one of the hugest things for stickiness.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know how to find it. I thought it would be under manage, not my own personal profile. This is just me.
Yeah, no, and it's like one of the main things people do to get content in.
Right. So it's like, I always like how Twitter, you know, they're not the first people to do it, but they're like 3 things to get started. It's like, if you're doing this, you presumably have your own blog. You're not just going from 0 to grog.
Right.
So, you know, port in your contacts, you know, adjust the URL so that it's wherever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Step 3, I don't know, make a post about, like making it super easy to post of like, hey, we've transformed this blog into a group blog.
Yeah.
So it's like all the readers then will hopefully that's good distribution for you.
That's a good, and yeah, so in our install pages, we had 5 steps before, and then we shrunk it to 2 of just like, you want to have some topics, and you want to have like the name of it, basically. But I think an important step is get some bring
Well,
in.
that can even be like, you can split it up. That install page, those 2 steps were fine, but then it's like, I'm in here now. What the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Like if they show
It's
up
funny.
there-
I think we need to start with that open.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. I didn't even really think about this.
Yeah, because this is what other people have said, and
Yeah. And you just go through, and that's what I would do. So I'm adding a logo, and then probably import content next. What's the grow your community? Invite users.
yeah, we
Some more tools, or
we need
an
to
easy
change.
blog post. One idea for this might be an easy blog post to tell your community that this is now an option.
Yeah, that's.
Because I don't want to write it, and you don't necessarily want people writing a million people describing what grog is, because you got the language down much better.
Yeah, one thing we added too. We have this thing. If you click add post, we created this thing which maybe is overkill called tasks. Of like only you as the admin can add a task, but it's like, here's what I want to do, and it goes up as a post, and you can email people about it. So if you want to, let's say if you want I want a slideshow about Mariah Carey, or I want an article about.
And that would show up in the blog feed?
It would show up in the feed, and it will email people when you write it. And then it lives on the right side too, of like, here are the tasks for the community to do.
Yeah.
But I think that it seems to go over the head of people of like what that is.
Yeah, that's a tricky concept. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that because I don't want to I don't want the subscribers to the blog to be like inundated with tasks if they just want to like read it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to do anything.
Right, but I'm just saying, even like conscious of, and probably as that number grows, be even more hesitant to send out things that aren't completely relevant.
You can just put it on your site too.
Oh, so not a blog post.
Well, you can do it as like a post that is a task that lives on the side as like, here are the tasks you can do, so people want it. So at least they know sort of what you're looking for as the owner. But I hear you. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for.
You bet.